Hey UConn Nation, it's KK Arnold here. If you're looking for the latest UConn women's basketball content, go subscribe to Listen Up to Phil and Ryan. Go Huskies!
Phil and Ryan, listen up. Thank you, KK and Ryan. This is the first last check-in of the 24-25 season. Predictions, like always, at the end of this video. What do you have for me, Ryan? The Boston University Terriers and the Connecticut Huskies tomorrow at 7. Well, very late, coming on very late on a Wednesday night. So actually later today, right? Later today, 7 o'clock. Ryan, what do you have?
Yeah, well, we we finally made it. We're finally here at the first official game of the season for the UConn Huskies as they open the season with a home matchup against Boston University. Boston University Terriers, a smaller school in the Patriot League, coached by Melissa Graves, entering her fourth season under the helm. The Terriers actually began their season with a win over Northeastern on Monday, so they're already 1-0. Senior guard Alex Giannaros led the Terriers with 23 points. And this Boston team, it's a pretty younger team. It had two juniors and two seniors, and the other 12 players, first and second year players, six sophomores, six freshmen. So not a whole lot of experience on this Boston University team. And I expect we're going to see a whole lot of substitutes, players going in and out for Boston the whole entire game. Now shifting the focus over to UConn, I'm very interested to see if the starting five will be the same as it was for our exhibition game the other week. Who's going to be first off the bench for UConn? What are the minutes going to be? Because this game honestly could get out of hand pretty quickly. So maybe we see the freshmen get an uptick in minutes in this game, and also a couple injuries to keep an eye on. AZ and Caroline are looking good, but obviously won't be available yet. KK is dealing with a foot injury, but is likely to play. Ayanna Patterson's shoulder injury may be held out a little longer. Not expecting her to play, I don't think, for the game. And finally, Morgan Shelley, a hamstring injury. Not really sure if she'll be available for not. We'll have to keep track of that one tomorrow before the game. But yeah, I mean, I think we're looking pretty good for this game. I think Husky Nation is ready. I know we're all ready and excited for the home season opener. Oh, he's still muted.
There we go. How about now?
Yeah, yeah.
I do that on purpose, right? Because I don't want you to hear all the papers moving and all this kind of stuff, me typing. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know you are. Hopefully everybody is. Actually, I don't know if you saw this. Hartford, Connecticut native, CC Bentley on the Boston U roster, Ryan. So it's going to be a homecoming game for her. And you're right. Only two seniors on this roster, coached by Melissa Graves. So very young team, right? Very young team, and it looks like they already played one game against Northeastern. So they're coming into this game 1-0, and I have a feeling it's going to be 1-1 pretty soon, Ryan. Let's go over to comments very quickly, and then we will get predictions in game predictions. That is, Jason D'Amico said, "How do you explain greatness to someone who's never encountered it? Which historical titan would you rely on to embody that concept?" Since her freshman year of high school, Paige Bueckers has been a titan, a living example of greatness. When someone asks what it looks like, you can simply point and say, "Look there. Do you see her? That is greatness. Watch and learn." Whether or not she clinches the NCAA title, Paige shines like a starburst in the dark sky of modern athletics. She is, without question, my champion. I wish her all the health, luck, and joy this season. Peace. What do you think about not only his comment, Ryan, but can you add on to that for me? I don't know about anybody else. Uh, some of the best legendary athletes. Is that just the way team sports are, Ryan? Sometimes you can just dominate and still not win at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, Paige is definitely a leader, a role model, a whole lot of good things on and off the court. We talked about that a lot. and of course, it won't really define her whether she wins a championship or not, but
Thank
obviously,
you. Thank you.
obviously it
Yeah.
would
Thank you.
it
Yeah.
would definitely be the cherry on top, of course, if she does
Yeah.
finish it off this season. And like I said, I think I really do believe we have the roster, and it all starts tonight. Already getting into to Thursday already here, but yeah, it starts tonight. So we're gonna see, but it's definitely gonna take a team effort. It's not just gonna be Paige every night. It's going to have to be everybody stepping up. But Paige, an amazing 3 years already. Unfortunate it had to get riddled a little bit by, or unrattled with a couple injuries. But we're hoping obviously for another strong, healthy season for Paige.
Here we go, Stevie Kinsey. I've been seeing a lot of hate online and a lot of idiotic comments about Paige from people who have no idea what they're talking about. Paige is about to set the season on fire. She is the most efficient player in the country. Can't wait for the game Thursday. Well, Ryan, I wonder if it has anything to do with the name Caitlin Clark because they were so, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have been, but maybe they were so focused on her left Bueckers in the rearview mirror. Of course, you and I are trying. That's not the point of this podcast. This is a team podcast, but we're trying to warn them, are we not?
Well, I mean, we saw that last year as well with Paige when she started the season, and there's a lot of comments online about, Paige won't be the same player, or she's not going to be able to play up to her freshman season and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, like I said on the breakdown episode yesterday, that she she quickly proved everybody wrong and stayed healthy the whole year and arguably had a better her best season, her best collegiate season yet. So I think she's just gonna continue to prove all the doubters and the haters wrong, and I think she'll continue to do that. Hopefully in her WNBA career as well. But of course, it comes with being a UConn Husky. It comes with being one of the best players in the nation and always being in the spotlight. And unfortunately, that comes with greatness. And when you're one of the greats, you're gonna have a lot of negative comments and people hating on you online.
Here we go. A couple says her basketball IQ is really high. Yes, we're aware of that. Thank you, Dennis Hall. Dennis Hall, yes, Dennis Hall for coming through. Just Me said, "Hey Phil, it's a nice picture of Paige on the wall behind you." Well, Just Me, enjoy it while you can because I promised KK Arnold to get a new picture and put her up there pretty soon. So maybe I shouldn't move that. We talked about it, Ryan. Maybe I should just leave it alone. We'll see how the season starts, but maybe I should take it down. Maybe I should just leave it. We'll see. We'll determine that later on. And then one more, Ryan. This says Philip Simpson. Thank you, Philip. A healthy Page has taken UConn to 3 Final Fours and a championship game. I think sometimes those accomplishments are overlooked. The young lady has few peers in the basketball world.
Yeah, I think, it probably gets overlooked because obviously they didn't win it all. So, when you don't win it all, it doesn't really matter to some people. But I think it definitely shouldn't be overlooked, especially her second year it was where she got injured for a month and a half and she came back at the end of the season and almost led UConn all the way, or she did lead them all the way to the championship game. But like I said, they came up just short of defeating South Carolina. So, that was a heck of a comeback in itself. But yeah, it's like I said, it just kind of goes to show the type of player and person that she is to be able to withstand all this pressure and come back from these injuries even stronger and better than ever.
How about one more? The disruptive one said, I would like to see her score more this year, and I would like to see her primarily at the point. I don't like when there is a possession and she doesn't touch the ball. Unfortunately, I can't put her on my UConn Mount Rushmore, not without a title. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit about that last year, and Gino talked about it in a couple interviews, and I think it's always a tough subject about Paige taking the lead and really, controlling the ball every possession for UConn and really kind of taking control of the game at some points. And I know Gino wants to see her do it more, and I think she definitely did at some points last year, but it's not really her game all the time, just taking complete control because she wants to always get her teammates involved. She wants to always set them up for success as well and get everybody involved around her. But I do agree at some points during the game, when her teammates are struggling, Paige is very much capable of stepping up into that leadership role and really taking over a game.
All right, here we go. Ryan, you can lead off. You have at it. Game predictions right here. Boston U and Connecticut. Score and who wins.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I really don't think anybody expects this game to be close. I mean, th this could probably be a 40-point win or maybe even more for UConn. So, I'm going to say 103. Hopefully, UConn
Ooh.
starts the season pretty strong and reaches that triple digit mark. So, I'm going to predict 103 to 59 for the UConn Huskies.
59. They're going to think I'm lying. I did have Boston U scoring 59. It was just right up here in my head, but not over 100 for UConn. I would go 93 to 59. UConn over Boston U to start the young season. Phil and Rye on Listen Up.